It's time to jump into your favorite YT-1300 and jump into hyperspace. This is a review of Star Wars, Starships and Speeders. Let's dive in. Just like with gadgets and gears, and allies and adversaries, this is going to be a collection of vehicles from all previous sources, although there are a few new entries in this book this time around. Let's flip it over and see what's on the back. A galaxy of vehicles awaits in Starships and Speeders. This sourcebook collects ships from all three Star Wars Roleplaying game lines and introduces a number of vehicles never before profiled. From civilian speeders to mighty battleships, you'll find a suitable vessel for any situation that might arise in your game. Starships and Speeders is fully compatible with Edge of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, and Force and Destiny. This book is separated into 6 different chapters. We have speeders, ground vehicles, starfighters and shuttles, freighters, cruisers and frigates, and then battleships and stations. The naming conventions are a mix of what we've had in Edge of the Empire and Force and Destiny, and then Age of Rebellion. I think it makes a lot more sense here because the categories are somewhat generic without being too specific like it was in Age of Rebellion. I should also point out that the vehicles found here are from the prequel and main trilogy era, not the sequel trilogy. But stick to the end of the video and I'll show a fan-made supplement that has sequel trilogy material that I am personally using in my current game. This group is primarily made up of vehicles that make use of repulsor lifts but are otherwise relegated to staying on a planet. So you're most likely going to be using piloting planetary for their checks. So you have things like the 614 AVA speeder bike, the 74Z speeder bike, a speeder truck, cargo skiff, a patrol speeder, the Flare S swoop, an Imperial troop transport, the patrol gunship, the luxury sail barge, the M68 land speeder, a repulsor tank, the Skyblade swoop, the Storm 4 cloud car, the T-16 Skyhopper, the T-47 Airspeeder, and the X-34 Land Speeder. Ground vehicles are going to be your tracked vehicles, wheeled vehicles, or legged vehicles. We're going to have things like the Rail Crawler Conveyex Transport, the 48 Roller Wheel Bike, the All-Terrain Anti-Aircraft, the All-Terrain Armored Cargo Transport, the All-Terrain Armor Transport, All-Terrain Defense Pod, All-Terrain Defense Turret, All-Terrain Reconnaissance Transport, the All-Terrain Scout Transport, the Bongo Submarine, the Corellia Mining Corps Digger Crawler, the HCVW A9 Turbo Tank, the Kilkana Class Attack Submersible, and the Occupier Combat Assault Tank. Starfighters and Shuttles are smaller craft that can go into space. When you think of Star Wars space combat, chances are you're thinking of something like the X-Wing or the TIE Fighters, which belongs to this group. So we're going to have things like the Aggressor Assault Fighter, the Star Wing Assault Gunboat, the Ozytuck class gunship, the A-Wing Light Interceptor, the B-Wing Heavy Fast Attack Starfighter, the Delta class T-3C Shuttle, Mandalorian Protectorate Fang Starfighter, Fire Spray System Patrol Craft. We also have stats for the Slave 1. We have the G-1A Heavy Starfighter, the Mist Hunter, the Light Starfighter, Kamogala Heavy Starfighter, the Gauntlet Fighter, Lambda class T-4A Long Range Shuttle, the Skik Interceptor, Sentinel class Landing Craft, the Starhopper Starfighter, Star Viper class attack platform, the TIE Advanced V1, TIE Advanced X1, the TIE LN Starfighter, the TIE Aggressor Starfighter, the TIE Tactical Bomber, the TIE Brute Heavy Starfighter, the TIE Defender Multi-Role Starfighter, TIE Interceptor, TIE Mining Guild Starfighter, the TIE Phantom Multi-Role Stealth Starfighter, the TIE Punisher Starfighter, TIE Reaper Assault Transport, TIE Striker Multi-Role Fighter, the U-Wing Troop Transport, VT-49 Decimator, the X-Wing Multi-Role Starfighter, the Y-Wing Attack Starfighter, the Z95AF4 Headhunter, and the Zeta Class Heavy Cargo Shuttle. When you need to haul cargo or you just need a ship big enough to house your crew, freighters are the ships you'll be looking at. We're going to have things like the Action Bulk Transport, the Archangel, the Aurora-class freighter, the Burlos-class medium freighter, the CEC Deep Space Recovery Vessel, the Ada-class supply barge, the Githtrock 720 light freighter, the GR-75 medium transport, the GX-1 short hauler, the Hawk light freighter, Jumpmaster 5000, the Punishing One, the Kalevalon Star Yacht, Lancer-class pursuit craft, Minstrel-class space yacht, the VCX-100 light freighter, the Ghost, along with stats for the Phantom 2. We've got the Wayfarer-class medium freighter, personal favorite, the ZTR-class heavy transport, the YT-1000 light freighter, the YT-1210 light freighter, the YT-1300 light freighter. We also have stats for Lando Calrissian's Millennium Falcon, along with the Dart and Han Solo's Millennium Falcon. We've got the YT-2400 light freighter, the YV-560 light freighter, the YV-666 light freighter, which is the Houndstooth, and the YV-929 light freighter. Cruisers, frigates, corvettes, and comparably sized vessels fill a variety of roles, both civilian and military. In navies, these ships serve an important purpose, occupying the niche between swarms of small starfighters and massive lumbering capital ships. Merchant cruisers are more durable and potentially more heavily armed than freighters, which stands them well against pirates and other threats. Frigates and corvettes are the transport of choice for diplomatic delegations and other notable personages. We're going to have things like the Architens class light cruiser, the Assault Frigate Mark II, the Brahatok class gunship, the Cantwell class arrestor cruiser, the CR-90 corvette, the Sea Rock Gozanti class light cruiser, the DP-20 gunship, Dreadnought class heavy cruiser, the EF-76 Nebulon B frigate, the Gozanti class armed transport, the Hammerhead corvette, the Indulgent class luxury starliner, Marauder class assault corvette, the MC-30C frigate, the MC-40A light cruiser, Phoenix Home, Quasar fire class escort carrier, Raider class corvette, and the Rendili Stardrive Neutron Star class bulk cruiser. Finally, the big behemoths, the ships that literally have hundreds of thousands in crew. If you encounter a hostile one of these, you'd better have a way out. We're going to have things like the Acertor class command dreadnought, the Death Star version 1, Death Star version 2, the Executor class star dreadnought, the Gladiator class star destroyer, the Golong 1 space defense platform, the Harbor class mobile space dock, the Imperial 1 class star destroyer, Imperial 2 class star destroyer, the Interdictor class heavy cruiser, the MC-75 star cruiser, the MC-80 Liberty type heavy star cruiser, the MC-88 Home 1 type heavy star cruiser, the Onager class star destroyer, the Secutor class battle cruiser, the Starhawk class battleship, and the Victory 2 class star destroyer. The big question is, do you really need this book? And that kind of depends on what you have access to. If you already have all the books, then you have most of what's in here. If for some reason you want to make use of the Death Star or the Executor class Star Destroyer, then yes, you might want to pick this book up. Of course, if you're looking to complete your collection, then yeah, go ahead and grab this book if you can find it. Or if you only have one or two of the core rule books and you want to complete whatever it is that you're missing, then yeah, this would definitely be a valuable resource to have. That is, if you plan on utilizing ship combat. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Give this video a huge thumbs up to support this series, and I will see you guys in the next video. And so this is Star Wars Fires of Resistance, and this is an unofficial era source book. And the thing about these source books are, well, one, this one is fan made, but two, it has a variety of different things, particularly pertaining to the era that it's written for. In this book, it's going to be the sequel trilogy. So we're going to have some new species, some new specializations, new talents, new weapons, new armor, new gear, new vehicles, new starships. We got some stats for some NPCs, and actually my favorite from this one, the Knights of Ren, as well as some other creatures and things of that like that. But I wanted to show some of the new vehicles because we're talking about starships and speeders. So we have things like the all-terrain Mega Caliber 6 Heavy Assault Walker here, which I always thought looked pretty awesome. We've got the Aerotech Loratus Liov, a transport skimmer, a treadable tread speeder bike, the Urban Assault Triped Transport Walker, the Ski Speeder, the Zephyr GB-134 Speeder, and then we've got some new starships like the Baleen class Heavy Freighter, the BTA NR2 Y-Wing. We've got the Star Fortress, the Night Buzzard, the RZ-2 A-Wing, the X-Wing, T-85 X-Wing, TIE Bomber, First Order style, TIE SF, the TIE Silencer, the TIE FO, the Upsilon class Command Shuttle. We also have a light shuttle, the Transport Hauler, which honestly would have been perfect for the game that I was planning. Wish I had remembered that one. And then we've got our other heroes, like Emmeline Holdo, BB-8, if you really want to use them, my boy Finn, and a variety of others that you can make use of with your Star Wars games. If you want to play in the sequel trilogy era, which I currently am, or rather, I'm doing my own thing. My favorite is the Knights of Ren, though, because they got a pretty cool ability when you put them all together. Well, you don't really have to play them like they were in the movies. You can actually make them as evil and foreboding as you want, like I am. But they have all 6 varieties, or all 6 Rangers here, including Kylo Ren himself as the 7th member. Although, if you really want to spice things up, you should probably give them all lightsabers. But they do have pretty cool weapons. So that's where we're going to leave this one. The link for this source book will be in the description below. There are a few universal tech trees, although they're really nothing special unless there's something that you want from them that you don't have in your own tech tree. So it is what it is. But I definitely would highly recommend this source book if you are planning on something in the sequel trilogy, or if you just want some variety in your game and you're not strictly sticking to canon.